Hello, everyone. It is me here, Journey, with another live stream. So we're going to be talking about the final episode of Halo Season 2. Hold up. I don't know what's... Okay. Sorry about that. Um, it looks like Twitch is a little more behind than usual in regards to what I'm seeing being sent to Twitch. So, I mean, it's been one great season of Halo Season 2. I don't really recall like if oh man, did we ever have like a we didn't like Halo season one had episodes that were below a 7 out of 10. But I think like Halo season two, I don't think it's ever had anything lower than an 8 out of 10. Like I'm trying to think, has there ever been an episode that I just like did not enjoy? Yeah, like all the episodes have it like either 8 out of 10 or higher. And it really shows you, like, once, like, you'll see, I'm sure by now you have seen the season two finale, which I'm talking about at the moment. They really, like, changed up how they did Halo because Halo season one, it didn't feel like Halo, felt like some sci fi show, and then Halo season two, it really felt like Halo. So let's get on with this, and then we're going to talk about X-Men 97. And tomorrow I will be streaming again, and that will be like just X-Men 97. Also, it's a Tuesday night currently over here, and I found out earlier today that apparently there's supposed to be a reveal of a new Marvel game tomorrow, and I guess I'll make a Dark Knight's review video. I mean, not a Dark Knight's news video regarding that, and then like maybe I'll talk more about it in the stream that I do tomorrow, which probably will be around the same time as doing this stream. So like I don't like we at the beginning I was confused as to like who Master Chief was talking about. I thought it'd be like what was it, Halo 4 or 5, where the old Dr. House is like, do not underestimate them, but above all, do not underestimate him. I thought Master Chief was talking to that guy. And you'll find out later that my theory on that was wrong. So yeah, it looks like they did do the flood, but it was a virus version. Let me know if I'm going too fast. And I mean, I'm fine with that because honestly, I don't really understand the flood in regards to the Halo games. Like, there's too much lore behind it, and I think people would get like really confused if they did like the flood in the series, like especially towards this much towards the end of the season. And I feel like that this lady, right? Yeah, right. This lady is like sneaky. Like I think she knew it was like a virus, and she only sprayed it around. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, why? Like you don't know what it does, and you're just gonna like I don't know what the heck that girl was thinking. And well, it goes south for her because yeah, I ended up turning all monster and stuff. And we do see like throughout the episode people turning even more monster like. And if you're playing zombie games, I guess you could view it in like as almost like a zombie episode in Halo. Yeah, I was not expecting this. And like it looks like that's the front of the Pelican that they're in. And like right, it looks like right at the moment they're about to jump. That is when it goes south. And I'm like, okay. That went really bad for them. And we do like a continuation of that. So you remember that moment when Price is like floating around in space and she's like getting all dizzy and she's spinning and she doesn't realize where is what? Kai mentions that Perez is in gimbal lock. And for those wondering, like, was that even a correct usage of terms? It was, because the term gimbal lock is used in aviation, and I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure like even astronauts use it. It's essentially the X, Y, and Z axis. I believe X is left and right, Y is like forward and back, while Z is up and down. So like if you like think of like Perez just standing, floating in space, and then you put the X, Y, and Z, and now gimbal lock is like when you just like don't realize where you are like in position of space. Like she started like spinning if she couldn't recognize like either like what where the like she was rotating or what was going on, like, in terms of direction. Like if you can't find your direction, you're just like spinning around in the air, then you're in gimbal lock. We had a good action scene, and um, we see like these cruisers coming, and I'm like thinking, why? Okay, never mind. I realized why the ship. I was gonna say, why weren't these ships helping out and reach like a bunch come? And I just realized because Onisi never told them to come. That's why. So yeah, there goes my point in regards to that. But yeah, sadly, this ship ends up getting glassed, and it was coming to help them out. We got a nice shot of the like a slow motion scene of like Master Chief flipping the coin, and it's one of the scenes throughout the episode that I like, which plays a factor in me giving this episode honestly a 10 out of 10. Like I can't really actually no, not 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because I don't like the fact that the class guy survived. So yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 episode. Um, I like how when Perez gets like heavily wounded here, Kai says, "You did good," and I think one of the reasons uh, Kai said that is because she knows that the chances of Perez surviving are actually not that high. I mean, Perez got pretty lucky that she survived. We get this great line by Kai where she goes, "That's the chief," and I was like, "Yeah, that is the chief." Like Halo season one, not really Master Chief, but Halo season two, yeah, I can consider him as Master Chief. And yes, I'm aware of that one joke where they refer to him as Master something in Halo season one, referring to the beer. But yeah, I think people that meme never saw it at all mentioned during Halo season two, and I think that shows how much people like this season. I like this slow motion shot. I'm pretty, I'm sure the actor liked the slow motion shot too, assuming he is the one in the suit, unless it's a stunt double. Yep, you got some weird, creepy zombie stuff, and yeah, that's just it. I'm not gonna talk about zombie. Why not? I mean, what else is to say aside from it looks creepy? I like the scene where Halsey. Again, let me know if I'm going too fast. Halsey disobeys orders and tells Chief about the best breach point against what Perengoski wanted. And we'll get to Perengoski's fate later. Like, I don't understand this part, aside from, I guess, like plot armor. Was Chia's suit ever designed to absorb Katana like that? Like, how does, I don't know, AI is confusing in Halo. Because they're like physical and then not physical at the same time. Uh, I know this is from a Halo game, but I like forgot. Was this Halo 3 or Halo Infinite? I could be wrong on both those guesses. But yeah, we get a game star shot, which once again shows how much the writers were trying to regain the audience's trust because they failed the audience in season one and they succeeded in season two. Uh, we got more small but cool moments where you see him activate the energy sword, then undo the activation, and I was like, that looks cool. Um, yeah, so Perez managed to survive, but Kai ended up going all kamikaze into the alien spaceship, and yeah, I guess no, I'll get more in regards to what happens to Kai later, but yeah, we get Kai going in and attacking that Covenant cruiser. Wait, Covenant cruiser? Whatever that alien spaceship is. I don't know how the Covenant classified their ships. Yeah, so Peregoski, the villain of the season, gets like she gets defeated by the flood, and she's like all confused during the scene, and then she gets like completely destroyed. You got like what, one, two, three, maybe a fourth right there, and yeah, she villain of the season got defeated, so to speak, on the UNSC side of the villain. Except Sally Claus got survived, so that was a negative. Yeah, so apparently Quad was getting false visions. Like now we gotta like figure out like where in the season was it actually this lady actually talking to Quad, and when was it actually the flood? Because it sounds like the flood is sentient. And the flood was essentially using Quad as a way to awaken it, like get to that place and activating it. So Halsey gets infected, but we will like actually I don't know if they might even like have her in the next season. But I mean, yeah, she's like, now I'm gonna like end up losing the mom too. And she already found out like, was it last episode or yeah, it was last episode she found out that her father is gone. And this sucks for her because now she may actually lose her mom too. Small scene, but I like how this guy said, where is he? Yeah, he said he's going back for Kwong. And like he could have left her behind, but like yeah, I like that he actually was like willing to go back for Kwong. And I know let me go back to that moment. I know this guy's wife, aka the little kid's mom, she gets infected. And I think that's gonna play a part in next season, like the Fallout, depending on what how much if there's a time skip and how much of a time skip. And like we're gonna deal with how because like the I think one of his stories this season was that the wife wanted him to like show more of his humanity and less of his Spartan personality. And I guess that's gonna be like a factor next season. And also a factor how the kid deals with the fact that his mom's gone. That's gonna be like an emotional storyline for them both. Master Chief finally got his revenge on the Arbiter. We were waiting for this ever since, was it episode 5 where Venick died? It's 5 or 6, right? And Master Chief finally got his revenge. And then one of the things I like is the energy sword fight, and then like I like how Master Chief used the grapple hook. I mean, it was like 10 out of 10 fight. I think one of the things I couldn't figure out when he was like finishing off the Arbiter, like no, before he finishes off, is at what point did he take the blade that was on his shoulder and start using it? Because I thought he was just punching him, and then I couldn't tell where I couldn't. The blade was no longer in the shoulder equipment start spot on Master Chief. So like, at what point did he use it to like attack the Arbiter's space? I don't know, but like I still think Clay was a 10 out of 10. And I mentioned this multiple times throughout this stream. He said at least a rise. I think you guys can see the mouse cursor, but Class guy said at least a rise. So Halsey is frozen, and I don't know, like who, how, like assume, like for the first few episodes of season 3, Halsey is just gonna be frozen, and then like maybe towards end, she's gonna be unfrozen, and they're gonna find a cure. Or maybe the girl is just gonna have to accept that there is no cure and the Halsey is gone. The situation regarding Kai, um, yeah, okay, let's look at the situation. So the unit she ships went into the Halo. We saw that earlier. The flood took out the entire military base. Uh, Halsey is frozen. The daughter Miranda is surrounded by floods, so she's gonna end up being like taken out due to lack of food and hydration. Because I don't think anybody's actually gonna go back to that base because again, like the ships are in the Halo. Master Chief thinks Kai is gone. Kai's floating in space where there's a bunch of destroyed ships and debris. You know, she's like spying. She needs oxygen and stuff, and her suit's gonna run out of oxygen eventually. Plus, her suit's damaged. The way I see it is, we see Kai, but she's gone. Like I don't think there's gonna be any hope that arrives anytime soon to help her out if she even is alive during this moment. And like if there's a time skip, then yeah, next season we're gonna assume that she's gone. Unless, yeah, I don't know because by the time the ships leave the Halo and they're like, oh look, is there a sparring flooding? Would they even like do by the time they get there, Kai's already getting run out of oxygen? Yeah. So yeah, it's a yeah, it is full on negative for Kai. Kai's gone. We find out that it's I don't know what this is. The robot voice throughout the episode is apparently like a floating AI thing. Sadly, the alien covenant lady survives. That sucks. Hoss got survived. The alien covenant lady survived. But we do get a great quote by Master Chief, which I guess you could say summarizes the season. He says, "They took my image, so I took it back. This armor does not belong to them. It belongs to me, to the ones who are gone, and the ones who are still in the fight." And I think that's a really good quote to pretty much sum up the season. We get the uh, intro shot where you see Master Chief and he's got the broken visor. And I like now we finally it makes sense why that was in the intro in the first place because that's where the one essentially ended. Um, did they ever say like based on the Halo game universe? Has that always been in the credits for this season? Because I don't think I ever saw the first season, but like yeah, I guess like it was just in the finale and like saying based on the Halo video game universe is like one final way that the writers want to gain the trust of the audience. Yeah, it's like one final way the writers want to gain the trust of the audience, and I'd say the writers succeeded in gaining the trust of the audience. Halo season one was not good, but Halo season two, it had a lot of elements of the video game. It had the flood, it had the fall of Reach, it had the arriving to the Halo, and I believe people are theorizing that season two is going to start off with Combat Evolved, Halo Combat Evolved. And yeah, great season. I don't think I ever bothered to review season one because it didn't feel like Halo, but season two did. And yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be like 2, 3 years before we get season three of Halo. But when we do get that, I will be covering it. I'm gonna undo the screen mirroring so I can get X-Men 97 on screen. Give me a moment. All right, so here's the X-Men 97, and we're going to be talking about X-Men 97 season 1 episode 1 and season 1 episode 2. So we get the intro, and I like the beginning part of the intro. Okay, I'm not even on my X-Men 97 notes. Okay. Yeah, I like the beginning part of the intro theme. And I think people said it's either the same or almost like a slightly adjusted to sound modern for the X-Men 97 theme, and it definitely has that like 90s, I want to say disco style. Um, yeah, so yeah, it starts up. Apparently, the I haven't seen like the original X-Men 97, and by the way, this X-Men 97 is a continuation of that. Like even though this is called X-Men 97 season one, it really is just like a part two of the series, and it leads off exactly where the others of the original, the part one, I guess you could say, of X-Men 97, finished off with the death of Charles Xavier. So yeah, since we're not going to see Charles in the series, but I understand why, because they wanted to leave off with the part one ended, so to speak. So Yeah, you got like this like weird organization group and they're like Sentinel technology. And it's like a this like a reverse engineering storyline. So yeah, there was like the mutant kid and we get mutant kid, and we get like a Storm and Bishop help. I let's talk about later what his power is because I forgot. But like we know Storm's powers from the movies. She shoots the electric. She can control weather like tornadoes. We get Cyclops and he's like the leader of the group. And I saw people may think that they like his fighting style and how he incorporates the his lasers, and that's pretty much like martial. I guess you could say in a way martial arts style. It's firearm training, where you're supposed to be able to like shoot while on the move. But for those wondering, like, do you classify that as as a martial arts he knows? Like, is it in his like if you could like list all the martial arts Batman knows, Batman has mastered all those. Like, could you classify the firearm as something Cyclops as like one that's like he's legit, like you could say like mastered or is very proficient at? Um, the answer is no. And like just because someone does something that looks like a certain martial arts doesn't mean that the person knows it. Like like God Complex Girl from the Arrowverse, right? That horrible Supergirl show from the Arrowverse. I know people are be like, oh, she knows this martial arts, she knows that martial arts, and because she can shoot lasers, she knows firearm martial arts too. No, she is not a professional at any of those. Any of the ones you claim she is an expert at like this martial arts or that martial arts. No, it's just what thing she's doing apparently is like a part of this martial arts or that martial arts. In terms of like it's like that type of situation where like just because somebody sees something at you like, oh wait, isn't that part of this martial art, does that mean they're a professional at it? They could be absolute, they could be horrible at it, like God calls her. She has zero skill, little to no skill. She has like little to no martial arts. I know I got negative there, but in terms of Cyclops, he is not a professional firearm expert, but he definitely is far more proficient at it than guard complex, or in terms of like shooting lasers and incorporating that into combat. So yeah, Cyclops is skilled, but he is not professional at it, if that makes any sense. We get I'm sure if you guys have seen a Wolverine in the Fox movies, you know his quote bug. Is that how you say it? I don't know if I said it correctly. But you get his signature quote. And you get like since this is a continuation of the X-Men 97, a lot of years have passed and Jean apparently wants Cyclops and them to leave the X-Men. And I think they probably will by the end of the season. Like I can see that happening. So we might end up getting like someone else becoming the leader of the team at the end. Like I can see these characters not having main character roles for if there is more than one season. I can see that happening. So, yeah, that was a smart move here. So, yeah, apparently Gene can use Cerebro. I didn't even know it. Oh, wait, no, Gene has mind control powers, and Cerebro helps mind control power people. Never mind. Yeah, it makes sense. Gene is able to use Cerebro. Where was I? Yeah, so we get this situation. Um, I don't know what that is. I am gonna assume that's the main villain of the season. That's my guess. I don't really know. But yeah, I'm gonna go with main villain, I guess. And the villain is trying to get into her head. I guess that's gonna be a recurring thing throughout the episodes this season. Uh, uh, like we get earlier, I talked about cyborg. I was about to say cyborg and Cyclops. Not being a professional at firearm, but he's definitely has skill in it. And you see him essentially use his laser eyes to act as thrust to like slow him down, and you get that cool shot of him landing. I saw a lot of people think that was like a really cool move to make, and I agree. I think him really incorporating his lasers in different ways is cool. And honestly, like based on what I saw in these two episodes, I think Cyclops is gonna be my favorite character in X-Men '97. In the X-Men movies, dubbing Days of Future Past and before, all the movies that came before it. My favorite was um, Charles Xavier, and now in X-Men '97, yeah, my favorite is Cyclops. Team Shot, now that's also, especially when when I was uh, trying to take the image of this, I wanted to make sure I get the almost like camera glint of Cyclops lasers glowing. Wait, how many do you have? Original Avengers, we had six, right? We got one, two, three, four. Wait, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, I guess the team is composed of eight. Yeah, I like the uh, X-Men versus Sentinels fight. I thought it was a really cool fight. So apparently, Charles made a huge mistake because according to the Will and Testament, Magneto gets the house, and I guess all of Charles' money or something. We get character profiles. Um, Cyclops emits concussive beams from his eyes. Jean, wait, did I say Cyclops? That's like Cyclops, right? Yeah. Jean Grey possesses telepathic and telekinetic powers. Gambit charges objects with explosive kinetic energy. Store mobility, control, and manipulate forces of nature. Beast possesses superhuman strength and agility, genius level intellect. Um, what does that say? Hold on. Yeah, that was Beast. Jubilee. Is that how to pronounce it? Generates explosive pyrokinetic energy plasmoids. I don't know what that means. Bishop can absorb and discharge most forms of energy. More transforms their voice and body, impersonate anyone and gain their physical abilities. Okay, that's from episode two. Um, I noticed that I think the only X-Men that's missing is Wolverine. Like I don't have like I looked through it and I don't have a card like a essentially a card profile of Wolverine in the end credits. And I found that odd. Like I think they listed every single person except Wolverine. I don't know. I don't know why. Let me know if they actually did and I missed it. Yeah, so you got this guy right here. Yeah, he's a villain. I don't like the storyline of him being complete. So yeah, I think the Magneto is tricking them honestly. He tries to trick them in a room. The chopper landing scene reminds me of the one X-Men movie where the house gets attacked. Was a I forgot the name of the X-Men movie. But I think you guys know what I'm referring to. So Magneto tricks the United Nations, but yeah, the thing is Magneto is stubborn, but these guys also sounded stubborn, especially this guy right here. He sounds like a stubborn person from the South. Yeah, that's like you sound like that type of situation going on. I don't know if this guy is from the original X-Men 97, the, or if he's from the comics. And a guy calls himself Executioner. You got a toxic doctor situation. Uh, yeah, the storm situation. She loses her powers, and I mean, like she's had those powers for so long, and they were a part of her. So, like, yeah, she's devastated by that. Yeah, and here, like, you find out that her loss of powers is permanent, and Storm leaves the team, and I'm like hoping that they do, in fact, find a way to uh get Storm her powers back, or that Storm's powers return on their own, and she can come in later in the season to do like a quick save moment where like everything seems lost, and then like it's like, oh my God, Storm up here to save them. I'm hoping it's that type of situation because I do want to see Storm return because she's one of the original X-Men, right? Looks like we're like 38 minutes in, and I've covered all topics. So, yeah, based on when doing the stream, which is Tuesday night, tomorrow I will have a Dark Knight's Returns. No, sorry, not Dark Knight's Returns. Dark Knight's news video on that new Marvel game. If the news regarding it happens early in the morning. If it does not happen early in the morning, then I think what's gonna end up happening is I'll cover it. Like if it happens like a random point in the day, we're like busy doing something, then I will end up just like covering all of it on tomorrow's stream. We're talking about X-Men 97. And like yeah, so you may or may not get a Dark Knight news video tomorrow. And but I am like planning on streaming tomorrow. Depending on where you live in the world. Well, actually, before I even say that, if you're watching this stream live, thank you for watching. If you're watching this stream when it gets uploaded to YouTube, thank you for watching. Depending on where you live in the world, good morning, good evening, good night.